Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
what feels like an orgasm but isn't an orgasm? Waking up thinking you gotta go to work, but then realize you have the day off, and then going back to sleep. Better yet, realizing the night before when you were just getting ready for bed that it's a holiday. And you forgot. Debauchery time. The water in my ear finally coming out, nice and warm. Ah, so nice when it happener. Just annoying when you have it there the whole day and it disappears overnight. I put a drop of ethyl alcohol that you can get at any pharmacy into the ear with water in it. I leave it in for a few seconds and then tilt my head all the way to the side. That makes it all come out at the same time. It's never failed me. When you finally lay down after a long day and all the muscles in your back relax at once. This is amplified x 100,000 if the bedding is freshly changed and you just took a shower. Nothing beats being clean and lying down in a clean bed and having the world just melt away as you relax. I just came from reading this comment. When you're sick with a bad head cold, and your nose is completely blocked on both sides, and there's so much inflammation it feels hot within. Then, when the combination of meds and anatomical adjustments hit that sweet spot and one nostril spontaneously unblocks as you feel the pressure gradient change and cool air rushes in for the first time in hours. Also when your ears unclog. Feeling like you have cotton in your ears during a cold is the worst. When you go to pull a booger out and it's that one long tickler where you feel the back of your brain as you drag it out. When you have a sinus infection, most attempts to blow stuff out are fruitless. But occasionally things are loosened up just right and you clear out a whole sinus cavity. It's nasty, gag-inducing if you check the tissue. But that precious minute or less of breathing clarity is amazing. Drinking water when you're thirsty as fuck. Drinking water when you wake up at 3 a.m. with driest mouth ever. Night water is truly the best. Finally peeing when you really need to go. If you hold it for long enough your prostate swells and it hurts and comes out in a dribble. Don't suggest trying this. This doesn't happen to us. You know there are very few things to be grateful for about being a woman. I'm going to add this to the list. Farting out your stomach ache. Or a lengthy burp that does it too. I'm sorry, but I am losing my mind over your typo. I'm picturing a very elongated cockatiel forcing a fart out of your body. Tears of joy, tears of joy. Peeing after holding it a while. ETA. Thanks for the award. Also pooping. Especially if you're a male since it stimulates the G-spot. Popping your back just right so that it feels like your soul leaves your body. Same thing with popping my neck. But I'm afraid one of these days I'm gonna pop it and my soul really will leave my body lol. Some days my neck is so uncomfortable I pop it super aggressively. Not really in an attempt to pop it, but more an attempt to snap its skull. Tears of joy. Stretching. Especially when you get to the shaking point. That's that soul-screeching stretch. Running a poison ivy rash under nearly scalding hot water. It's painful and orgasmic at once. And it stops the itching for a while. Edit. Glad everyone is as into weird burnt rash orgasms as much as I am. Thanks for all the stimulating conversation. This is probably the closest to an actual orgasm from any other sensation. And it's not just poison ivy. Many skin conditions give the same rush. I got a fungus which left red itchy spots on my foot. And very gradually increasing the temperature of the water allowed me to endure near scalding temperatures. The sensation is truly amazing and I've never been able to communicate it. That initial worsening of the itch turning on to a satisfying relief like you were scratching it. Then the sensation just keeps getting stronger and stronger. Your muscles start to twitch. Your heart beats faster and it's almost impossible not to moan in pleasure. Until something like a climax happens. Except it's your whole body being blasted by rhythmic waves of pleasure. And it even gives the same exact afterglow as after an orgasm. There must be some of the same chemicals involved in both sensations. They are so similar. I can totally see some weirdo developing an addiction to poison ivy burns. BRB going to go forage some poison ivy. Working a stuck popcorn kernel skin, shell out of being stuck between your teeth and gums. Same with a piece of apple skin. A strand of beef jerky or piece of corn. Scratching an itch do us right. Poison ivy. I had it 3 times one summer that scratching seriously made my eyes roll back. I'm dealing with a rash from medical adhesive allergy and hold shit. I know scratching is making it worse but it feels how I imagine smoking crack feels the first time. I'll add mine. Head massages or scrubbing your scalp. Drooling face. When I was a kid, my grandmother lived in an in-law apartment at our house. I remember going over after dinner to watch Jeopardy with her. I'd lay in her lap and she'd scratch my head. And I'd inevitably wake up during Final Jeopardy after having dozed off because it felt good. Occasionally I'll just do it to myself to decompress. But like tickling yourself, it's not just the same. Reject human, become dog. That's a loving family time. My fam always had head scratches. Mostly for my dad, but he would always massage us when we had growing pains. My last GF told me that was weird and I said it's weird, she thinks it's weird. I met her parents and yeah, they were creepy as fuck. Scratching a mosquito bite that's on your ankle for some reason. FR, but then it starts gushing blood, loudly crying. That's why you scratch in a circle around it, taking advantage of the center surround receptive field. Finally getting a grip on that booger way back there. Then pulling out something akin to 3 stretchy corn flakes that the factory forgot to cut. Holy shit, I love allergies. Yes, it feels so good and then you can breathe again. Joke's on you, I can never breathe properly. Worst sinuses on the planet. Not had this in a long time. But having a nosebleed, and when you pull the tissue away you drag with it a long thick clot of blood that feels like it's wrapped all the way round the back of your head. Oh god, I had a nosebleed around 5 years ago and I swear the clot I pulled out had to be every bit of 4-5 feet long. It was disgusting but felt amazing.